provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Bet you Dupa I'm waiting for it.
Watching.
8:11 on the nose. This is the 15th day of March in the year 2020, Anno Domini. You don't need your mask on right now, Bob, and this is the den, Ken's den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, the radio club, our underwriters, or anyone out there right now. And now...
Is there anybody out there?
Good song.
Actually, that's mentioned in more than one song on that album.
Oh, really? It's like a theme?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole wall. One thing goes into another.
That's Bobby G's favorite band. By the way.
And yes, I know that. And there's one section where it just keeps repeating, "Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody?" You got to watch the film. But anyways, you know what, Pete?
What's going on, Ken?
I hate being strong-armed.
Really?
Perhaps that isn't the correct word. I hate being sent or given something in an attempt to persuade an action.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking about advertising.
Really?
I love advertising.
Okay.
I advertise.
Yes.
I'm talking about an action made to solicit a gratuity.
Oh.
Now, before anyone starts thinking that I don't tip or I'm not generous with tips because I am a known cheap Pollock, let's remember something. Oftentimes, when Pete and myself are on the road, often for days, even up to a week, we eat out for at least one meal. And one meal a day, that is.
Yes.
And Pete will vouch. Between he and myself, the tips left behind are more than generous.
I was going to say, we're pretty good tippers, the two of us, yeah.
We are usually close to 20 to 30% for average service.
Whoa.
Right?
Yes.
And even more than that for excellent service.
Yeah, wow.
All right, so it baseline right there, okay? It happens, okay? I leave an envelope with lottery tickets for my letter carrier, okay? I tip the girl who performs my pedicures. Yes, like Fred Gore, I get them.
I know.
Although I understand he gets his painted red at the end, but that's
No,
you know,
that's typical.
That's just hearsay. I always take care of my bartenders. So it is established right now that I do in fact tip. All right. So last week in one of my paper deliveries, one of them, I received a holiday card stuffed inside with a printed name and address of the delivery person. I could tell by the way it was printed and worded that it was probably not done by the delivery person. Regardless, I decided that because I now have a name and address, I could send something.
Yeah.
I knew that the card was intended to do that. 2 days later, I get another card stuffed inside. Same imprint, different card cover. That completely changed my thinking.
Oh, they gave you a reminder? Oh, that's just wrong.
Exactly where I'm going with this.
Ugh.
If the delivery person was doing this themselves, they would have included only one card. They're not going to pay for two, right?
Yep.
All right. I appreciate the gesture there, okay? I see what is being done. I'm no longer going to go out and find a card and get lottery tickets to include and address and mail the thing. 2 attempts at suggesting to send them something was a bad idea. Go back and rewind last week's broadcast where I talk about hounding. I just don't react well to this type of behavior. So instead, I'm going to order a pre-printed card to send.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
In it, I am going to say,
Uh-oh.
thank you so much for your continued services that you provide and get paid for. In order to ensure that you remain employed, I'm letting you know that I have already renewed my subscription to whatever service or product you provide. We appreciate your efforts and find comfort in knowing that you are not one of the millions of people who have become unemployed this year.
Oops.
Wow.
I'm getting multiples of this card made because I'm sure this will not be an isolated incident.
What's on the front of the card? Is there a picture on the front?
On mine, it's going to be a middle finger, Bob.
Oh. Bob, you had to ask.
Am I wrong here?
I don't
All
think
right.
so, no.
All right, perhaps I'm just too conditioned to this way of thinking. Since for the last 20 years, 90% of my cards that I receive are from distributors I have not ordered from in years. Think about that one. Or perhaps I have a heart that is just 4 sizes too small. Or perhaps it is the fact that I'm perpetually broke. In other news, Chef John will be here today to talk about food that I can't afford or make or go out to buy, since I'm currently dining finely on Pop-Tarts, Bucks mac and cheese, ramen, and hamburger helper without the hamburger.
Oh,
Oops.
no.
Let's pay our bills. We'll be back right after this.
It might seem crazy wearing stripes of pride. I Instagram every meal I've had. All my used liquor bottles are on display. We can go to see a show, but I'll make you pay. Wear my belts with suspenders and sandals with my socks. Got some new glitter rugs and lovely pink sequin Crocs. Never let you forget some favor I did for you. If you're okay with that, you might just be tacky too. I meet some chick, ask her this and that. Like, are you pregnant, girl, or just really fat? Well, now I'm dropping names almost constantly. That's what Kanye West keeps telling me. Here's why. Wear my Ed Hardy shirt with fluorescent orange pants. Got my new resume, it's printed in Comic Sans. Think it's fun threatening waiters with a bad Yelp review. If you think that's just fine, then you're probably tacky too. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, I never know why. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, I said. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, it's pointless to try. Bring me shame, can't nothing. Bring me shame, I said. 43 bumper stickers and a YOLO license plate. Bring along my coupon book whenever I'm on a date. Practice my twerking moves in light of the DMV. Took the whole bowl of restaurant mints, hey, you said they're free. I get drunk at the bank and take off my shirt at least. I would live tweet a funeral, take selfies with the deceased. If I'm being by a zombie, probably not telling you. Hey, if you don't think that's bad, guess what? Then you're tacky too. Come on.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtsBeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Oh, Stewie and Brian, you're just in time for pie.
Did somebody say pie?
Is this low level?
No, it's fine.
All right.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
Oh, I
you
love
can
this one.
ask all the birds in
Favorite.
the sky, and they'll tell you real sweet with a musical tweet.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
For pie.
For pie.
For pie.
For pie.
This is wonderful, Brian. Oh, let's live in this universe.
Gosh, it's pretty intoxicating, isn't it?
I want to hear more music about pie.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
And it smells a lot better than I.
Everyone in the house.
And this Adam West mouse.
The bees making honey. This Tom Tucker bunny.
We all sing with glee, 'cause we all agree it's a wonderful, wonderful day for pie.
8:23 in the morning. It's a wonderful day for pie.
I'm
Any
ready.
day.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite pie?
Cheesecake.
Technically, that's a pie.
Technically, it's a pie because
Oh.
it has a crust.
Oh, I get it. Oh my God, yes. But I thought it has to have a crust on the top. Oh no,
No.
No,
it doesn't.
no, lemon
No, good.
meringue,
Lemon
No.
meringue, yeah, chocolate cream.
chocolate cream.
Yeah, yeah.
Carrot
Custard, pumpkin, sweet potato. None of that has a crust on the top. You old crusty. The other guy's the crusty one, right?
Oh, shut
Yeah.
your pie.
Okay. All right, boys.
All right.
You know what? I'm still gonna do something nice for you.
What are you gonna do?
Uh-oh.
All right. Before we get into therapy, I just want to thank you. I don't. You know, this isn't really even to thank you. All right. This is
this
is just me being nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Mark this one down.
So I brought this magazine in for you to take home because there's a lovely article in it. It's the Travel and Leisure.
Oh yeah, I know this.
All right.
This magazine.
All right. Yeah, it's part of the Condé Nast
Yeah,
group.
sure. I probably couldn't afford half of the trips that they recommend.
Oh yeah. When I open this up, they might as well call this magazine "Places You'll Never Go." And but there is a place that you're likely to go because there's a huge article in the back, and I brought it in because I know you old gay people are really into this stuff.
Oh God! Here we go again.
It's a whole section on the Berkshires and Mass Mocha.
Oh, Oh, you mean really Mass Mocha?
Willie. Yeah.
Willie. North
Willie.
Adams. Have you been there? It's so
Yeah,
great.
it covers several different places out there. So
Oh, my God.
that is yours to take home. You can even keep it.
Oh.
When
I
you're
love
done,
it.
you can line your bird cage.
No, I'll find something to do with it. I'll read the other issue, all
Yeah.
of it. I love.
It's actually a well-written magazine.
No, it is. It is. But again, it is. There's a certain traveler that they say take this trip, and then you look, it's $5,000 for a week or something, and you're going, yeah, yeah. In your dreams, I'm going to Ludlow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's not exit 7 anymore.
Oh, it isn't. What is it?
No.
It's renumbered by the mile marker, Bob. Remember they announced that?
No, I didn't hear this. Tell me again.
The entire state's being renumbered by the mile marker like most other states.
So what does that mean?
It's gonna be like exit 49 or
So
something
what
like
is
that.
exit 3 going to be?
How many
Westfield?
miles? How many miles
Like
are we
35,
from?
I think, from the border.
Yep.
So 35 miles from the border.
New York State border, yeah.
The New York. So everything is going to be 35 miles from the New York State border.
No,
so
everything's going to be where the exit is from the New York State border.
Okay.
This
and
is like every other state. If you go to Virginia or Delaware,
Connecticut did this about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And they had both numbers on the sign for a while.
That's why Enfield is like exit 47.
So it's 47 miles from the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut.
Well, it's from where the start of 91 is.
Ah, I getcha. That's a really smart
90.
idea. I love that. Of where we.
So you also know kind of where you are in the state too. It is helpful.
It is. It's very nice. Only you need to know that it is from the western border and not the eastern border, right?
It doesn't
In this
really matter.
case.
Yeah, in this case, yeah.
You mean like is there a 35 out east somewhere?
Not on Route 90.
No, okay.
Interstate.
Oh, the interstate. So so we're actually talking about from the state on the western side, how far you are from New York State.
In Massachusetts' case.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart. Oh, I love it.
And they're doing the same thing with 91.
Uh-huh. And when will that happen, my friend?
Soon.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to get on the highway, and I'm going to every time I'm going to see it, I'm going to think.
Which means my Garmin unit's going to be useless now.
You just update it.
It doesn't have the
They'll
lifetime.
update.
It doesn't have the lifetime update on it.
But it will say turn left, turn right. It'll still tell you where to turn.
They're redoing I-90, I-91, I-93, I-95, Route 21, 28, Route 24 and 25, Route 3, Route 2, Route 6, US 3, Route 146 and I-84, I-495, I-395, I-290,
Oh my
Route
God!
140 and I-295,
Somebody's got a big-
I-195 and I-90.
My God, you got
190.
somebody's got a big job there.
Yeah, just when we could be spending the money on something else, right?
Yeah. Hey, I'm having one of those moments that I think I might have to leave soon. So, but I think I might be able to get in therapy if you really work at it.
And now it's time for therapy with Bob Plass.
Oh my God! I thought there was. Oh, could you get that receptionist, Kathy? please?
Bob, I'm writing out Christmas cards. I'm sorry. You're going to have to get it yourself, please.
Oh
Go.
God, no! I'm reading this Travel and Leisure magazine. I don't feel.
Listen,
feel
you're
like
the one
anything.
that's making the money. You didn't pay me last
that's
week.
better.
You haven't paid me all month.
What?
Why would I do this?
Oh God!
Go answer the door.
Come on in. Come on in. It's you.
It's me.
Hi. Oh, let me get on my therapist voice. Hello there. Hi. How are you? Come right in, Kenny.
We're gonna reverse therapize today.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I just realized something.
What?
I haven't put you through the latest version of Ken's 10 yet.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, hit me, bartender.
Ken's 10 is a list of rapid-fire questions I send off in your direction. There are no right or wrong answers.
All right.
Strictly your own humble opinion. Now, Bob.
Yes.
This is... Are you going to fix that loop?
Yes, I got it.
All right. I got it as it dies.
All
right. Now, Bob, this is Ken's Den.
10.
Remember, Ken's Den. it's Ken's 10 on Ken's Den.
Yes.
Now remember, years ago I started with the first one, then 2, version 3.0, 4.0.
Right.
Last year I came up with 5.0.
Yes. So this is 6.0?
No, it's not.
What is it? 5.5?
This is COVID edition 5.5.
Okay. Hit me, Berkey.
All right. Ken's 10 COVID edition with Bob Pless. Number 1.
Yeah.
Curbside or delivery?
Delivery.
I've got one of those pens that don't write well. So, it's a giveaway. All right. Number 2. Weight gain or loss?
Be honest.
I gotta say weight gain.
Am I the only one that didn't happen with?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes. No, maybe not Kathy, but the other two people, yes.
No.
I think I know the answer to this one.
Yeah, what is it?
Number 3. Terrified or cautious? Be honest.
Terrified.
Exactly.
Number 4.
Yeah.
How am I getting that look? Did you reverse something?
I have camera 6.
Okay, I keep forgetting about that guy. Yeah, because I'm getting your profile, and I know I didn't see that, Bob. I'm getting your profile there now.
Look at those beady eyes of mine.
All right, number 4. Yes or no?
Yes.
That might very well be the answer. to
Psychic.
this. Coughed and looked around to see if anybody was reacting.
You cough, Bob.
I cough.
Yeah, you coughed.
Did somebody react to the cough?
And then did you look to make sure nobody was reacting?
No.
Like on, COVID,
No.
COVID.
No. I'm a definite no on that.
Huh.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although Rock Palmer came up to me and coughed deliberately twice.
He's a lawyer. He should know better. than that.
I went running. No, really. No, he did it deliberately to scare the hell out of me. I nearly got, holy God.
Oh, Plass isn't going to sue me.
I gotta change that. No.
And if he sues me, well, I'll sue him back.
Yeah, I'm changing that to a yes. Now that I
You see, we
remember
knew
that
the answer.
episode, now I gotta change that to a yes.
This is another yes or no, so it's going to be one of the more difficult ones, Bob.
I know.
Spending more on your gas or electric bill?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
You stayed the same, huh?
We're not going anywhere. I'm going to the big Y.
You're spending more time at home, though. I figured the bill would go
so
up.
we're not spending a lot. But my car guzzles gas, it seems, so I'm going to the gas station at least more than I used to. But I am not spending. We're not spending. No. I'm spending on.
I think
wait
Bob,
a minute.
I think Bob lost what that question was.
Yes.
I don't think
Did
he
your
heard
genie,
all of it.
Did your genie bill go
Did your
up?
gas and electric bill go up?
Electric,
Now that you're spending more
at
time
home.
at home.
I never see it, so I don't think so. No, I don't think it's gone up because James shuts all the lights off after.
Y'all are always home anyway.
Yeah, always home.
Yeah. Number 6. Fashion mask or generic mask?
Oh, come on. What do you think?
I would see you in generic masks all the time.
Oh, I do. I wear the generic, but I really crave a fashion mask. I have one that makes me look. I have a Christmas one I was going to wear today, but I had worn it for 2 days, and I said
I don't know. I think Auerbach has you beat in that category, but anyways.
Oh, yeah. I like a nice, colorful mask.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Is a yes or no. So again, it's going to be a very difficult question for Bob to answer.
Yes, exactly.
Yes or no. Yeah. I got 2 choices. Yeah.
Yes or no, okay?
Yeah.
Gone down the aisle of a market in the wrong direction.
All the time.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Really?
I am so
Oh,
bad.
I would
On
think you're a
purpose?
rule follower.
No.
I do it on purpose now.
Oh, I sometimes, and when I realize it, I try to make it look like I turn my car.
You're going the other way.
Yeah, I turn the car around.
Everybody
backs down the aisle.
Just Sunday, I was at a place, employee coming at me from the wrong direction. So I just don't care anymore.
Oh.
I don't even bother to look.
No.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Binge watch or normal TV viewing?
Oh, hell. Binge watching. Binge watching. Even when I don't like the program.
Uh-huh. This one's going to be interesting to find out. Zoom. Love it or hate it? For what it does, not from you trying to operate it.
Yeah, no. You know what? I'm going to say I don't like it.
Really?
Your show would have been off the air, Bob, for
Oh,
not for Zoom.
Oh, I know it. No, I know it. I do like it, but I sometimes when there are too many people on, I just clam up.
No, I've been on those board meetings, Bob. You definitely don't clam up.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's
All right,
not
I'm
happening.
changing it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
And number 10. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Did you have toilet paper issues? Again, it's a yes or no.
Yeah.
Those are the toughest ones.
I always have toilet paper issues. Is that because I am
Not
who I am.
toilet issues, toilet
No.
paper.
Could you
you run
find
out?
enough toilet paper?
Oh, we were fine. Yes. I have
No,
enough.
then you didn't have toilet paper issues.
No, I didn't have toilet paper.
Okay.
No.
And that was Ken's 10 version 5.5
I
COVID
love it.
edition.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for asking.
And-
Thank you for
and-
asking.
And your consolation prize for playing along is that you owe me $100.
Leave it on the desk as we go out.
Leave it with your receptionist. She and I are going to split it.
Oh,
Well,
the
it's
two-
about time I made some money here.
Look at I'm having one of those Metamucil moments, folks, as we call it in senioritis.
The solution to that, Bob, is called loperamide.
Loperamide.
Google it.
Oh, I'm going.
I take it on the trips I go with Pete.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Well, let's. I wish you a.
I'm not touching this one.
No.
I'm just going to let it go.
I'm just going to be safe and leave.
Okay, bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
I'm trying to make it quick and easy. Bye, Bob. Go out and volunteer.
Here's your theme
Get
song,
out there
Bob.
and donate. Bye.
Pete.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon, or at midnight. It's left to serve to wanna please you, to wanna keep you, to wanna do it all for you. I wanna be your rubber ball. I wanna be the one
Underwriting for community radio is provided by the YMCA of Greater Westfield. Every day, the YMCA strengthens the community through programs and services focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. For all the Y's many programs and services, visit us on the web at www.westfieldymca.org. The YMCA, 67 Court Street in downtown Westfield. We're more than a gym. We're a cause.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Yeah, I'm center. Gotta be center.
8:44 on the nose.
You got it. You're rocking it today, boy. I'll tell you.
This is the 15th day of December in the year 2020. Anno Domini. This is the Den, Ken's Den. I'm going to mute the TV so I don't get that echo.
Thank you.
You do realize that the first time you said it was the 15th of March. I'm thinking,
I have no.
Where's this going?
I have no. I have no clue myself what the hell I'm talking about now and then.
I think we all feel that way right now.
I wanted to come up with an Ides of December joke.
There you go.
And
So
my
that's
mind
what you're
my mind was stuck on that. So
Ides of March.
That's probably exactly why that happened. Because right before I wanted to say something, I'm trying to work it in my head and it didn't work. But
I know you, and that's why I didn't say what, because usually you know where you're going, and it's frightening. It's frightening that I even know that, Ken.
Den Mother
That's
Extraordinaire
frightening.
Kathy Palmer.
Ooh, there you go. Stupid cows. I had one on the hill yesterday. She was caught in the bushes. She wasn't coming down. I'm looking at her, and she's watching me, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to shoot this sucker.
Speaking of stupid cows.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Has anything been? I haven't seen anything on social media with a cow sighting in the past week.
The bull?
Is it still out?
He's moved. He's moved. We went looking the other day. He's still there.
Uh-huh.
He's still out there roaming around. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. He's a wild. When you say wild bull, that would be him.
I still can't believe we have a wayward bull in our city.
We have a wayward bull. We certainly do.
Pete, there's actually a lot of bull in this city.
And you know, it's honestly, guys, for anybody listening, we are doing our best. We are trying. We do have a trapper who will come and trap it, but we have to find it. You have to locate it. You have to and he's smart. And he hears people. He won't come out. He will not come out. So we had the, we've had the local wildlife people come, and they said there's not much they can do about it. We're asking. We want help. But we'll see.
I had a trapper.
Keeper
when I was in the little Pete.
I can't believe you said that.
I can.
Where's the sound effect to go with this? Where's the sound effect?
It's so bad I'm not even going to play the sound
I
effect.
set myself up so beautifully for that, and then Pete said, keeper. Speaking of Pete, Sherman Meow, Kitten of the Keys, the December dictator of deliveries.
Dialogue.
Because that was a delivery on a joke. So he
ruined your delivery.
Yeah, so he became
He's
the
not a good
dictator
perfect.
of delivery.
It was perfect delivery. Because I threw him for a loop.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Here we go.
Hey, you know, Pete, I've got that one too.
Oh, man.
That's the.
Come on, man.
This is the one we're going to be hearing for the next 4 years.
Come on, man.
Moving right along now. Good morning. What's up, Ken?
That way.
Oh, Lord. Why did I even ask? Why did I even
You
ask?
asked.
I don't know.
So, something. I should be out in Vegas right now.
I know.
All right,
But you know what? There's nothing going on out there either. It's
I
kinda
originally
quiet.
was going to go out. I self-assigned myself a shoot, and I wanted to shoot the Christmas displays on the strip. I've never been there in December. Out of the 20 plus times I've been there, and a few weeks ago, I was talking with my friend who lives out there. They're not putting the displays up this year.
No.
So now there wouldn't have been anything for me to shoot. I
Why can't
moved.
you just go and have a good time?
Well, I also took a look at video image from the strip, and it was just pathetic. The clubs that I go to at night, they're not open. In December and January, you don't do the pool in Vegas. It's that cold, or it's cold enough where you don't do the pool out there. They actually close them. So not much to do. I advanced that trip. Thank you, Southwest. You're awesome. I advanced that trip to February, and I advanced my other February trip to March. And then just, I really shouldn't have done that because I can't hear myself talk. I unplugged my headphone because I'm playing with the cable. Just this past Thursday, I think it was Thursday, the May tickets opened up, so I booked my May trip.
What's vibrating?
I don't know. That's the second time I've heard that.
Is your boom touching the wall? Your boom microphone?
Something's making a tapping noise.
No. Kath, is the end of your thing touching the wall? No, the boom right in front of you.
No.
Is that touching the wall?
I don't think
It's
so.
a microphone
Remove
seated.
Yeah.
The microphone is
That's
firmly
not what I was
seated.
hearing, though. That's not what I was.
The microphone didn't look firmly seated in
No,
the
it's
adapter.
in there. I think it was touching the wall.
All right.
Maybe.
And so, I still have 3 trips between now and May to Vegas. I hope I'm going to make them. Regardless, second week of February, it's like 90 degrees out there, so I'm going to go anyway, even if there's nothing interesting to do. Just for the change in weather, it'll be worth it because it cost me like 10,000 points and $40 to
Nice.
$40 to stay for the week mid-strip.
Nice.
So I'm still going to go. And originally, when I was looking to book these trips, I was trying to figure out, okay, well, when I get back, how am I going to do, the COVID test, so I don't have to stay in my cellar for 14 days. You see what I did there, Kathy?
I did, and I was wondering where we were going to get to that. How? Which way the road was going.
The last time Pete and I went away for to shoot a rocket launch, the next day we were at Holyoke Community getting our test, and that we were in line for about an hour. But now these testing sites, they're 2-3 hours. You're waiting in line now.
Yeah, everybody's trying.
Because it's kind of taken care of by the government, and as Ronald Reagan said, we're from the government and we're here to help. So now you're gonna contribute to the carbon footprint. You're creating ozone. You're letting your engine run. You're wasting natural resources in the form of gas in order to stay in these lines for 3 hours. So. I'm looking at things. I'm like, okay, well, how do I not do that? I can call my primary and have an appointment set up somewhere and just go.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But
had an
I
appointment.
came across a lab that does the mail-in, the at-home, and the thing that was the big hang-up was all of these at-home tests you had to pay for.
Right.
And they were like $125, something like that. So I found this one company, and I'm on their website keying in information because I'm curious. I wanted to see where it was going to go.
Right.
And if you put in the appropriate information they're asking for, such as were you around people with COVID? Were you suggested by a health professional or some other entity to get tested? Do you have any symptoms? Another category is, are you at risk? Are you older? Do you have diabetes? Do you have COPD? And you go through and you select the appropriate answers to the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Now all of a sudden,
there's a bunch of federal money out there that's covering all these tests, and apparently I was approved for a test.
That's good.
Because of, I didn't feel I needed one, but I was this far into the website. I'm like, I have to see where this is really going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it then asks you to put your insurance information in. So I did. They billed my insurance.
Interesting.
So you got to go take the test.
No, it's already done. So the next day, I can't say more about this, and I have such a small listening audience. I will share what I'm talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
It's Pixel by Lab Corporation. Okay, Pixel, Pixel. All right, that's the company working with LabCorp, 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 and I ended up putting in my insurance information, and obviously they're billing my insurance, but ultimately my insurance is going to turn around and get that money from the federal government for all the to get their money that's allocated for these tests, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the following day, I get a kit FedEx overnighted to my door.
Wow. See, I think it's hitting. Sorry.
All right, and it came late in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
so I did it the following morning. You take it's just like going through a drive-through. You take a swab, a few times around one nostril, a few times around another nostril. You put it into a vial with a saline solution. Drop it back in the box. They give you a return package envelope and a return label. So you put that all together. Then you can either go on the FedEx website or call them for same day pickup.
Wow.
So I took the test myself at my home about 9:30 in the morning. 2:00 in the afternoon, FedEx was there picking up the package. Following morning, I get information on their system. All right, package was received. It's on its way to the lab. Later on in the afternoon, package is at the lab. The next day, 10 p.m., got the email. Your results are in.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's fast.
I think that's faster, if not about the same speed as going out and waiting in line and getting a test and losing hours and hours and waiting another day or two to get your answer. But I was negative. That's why I'm here. I didn't think I would be anything otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if you don't have a car and you can't go sit in one of these lines, or you just can't lose the 2 or 3 hours to do it, this is a viable option. Now they say, FDA not approved for blah blah blah, but then it turns around and says, okay, it is FDA approved for emergency determination, and that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't have insurance or if you don't pass the qualifications, it's $119. And with me, after I sent them in, I had the results the following day.
Interesting.
Which was just 10 o'clock at night they came in.
That's really fast. That's very fast. I had it done only because I was having something else done. I was having a procedure, and the hospital requires you to have the COVID. They
Right.
never sent me any results. They sent it to the hospital.
Uh-huh.
So when I got there, they said, oh, well, your test was negative.
Right.
Okay, you think you could have told me that? It would be nice to know, but...
Yeah. With the drive-thrus, you get your results in an email.
I never got anything.
Yeah.
And I went through the drive-through.
That's strange. Yeah, Pete, we got ours emailed to us, didn't we?
Yeah, you have to sign up for them. It was the time it was Quest. I don't know what they're doing, who they're using now.
Oh, yeah. So I had a wonderful experience with this
Good
COVID
to
test.
know.
You know, part of me feels bad. Okay, I did a test without even really needing it, but now I know if I do want to go, shoot a camera at a rocket somewhere, when I come back, I'm not going to have to sit in line for 3 hours. I'm not going to have to remain quarantined for 14 days. Within a few days, I can be back out with one of these tests. It was super simple, super reliable. Pixel by LabCorp.
And honestly, it's not a big deal. People are complaining about the Q-tip and it's hurts.
It goes nowhere
does
near your
not.
brain.
It does not hurt.
It may
doesn't-
may tickle you if you're a little sensitive, but no.
it was a nothing.
No,
it really was a nothing.
Yeah, your finger going up there is more of a intrusion than one of these Q-tips.
Yeah, I think you could be right. And that could be true. It's easy, it's quick, it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that people even raise any issue over it and go, "Oh, I can't do that."
In the very beginning, they had to go really far up with those swabs. It was. Oh, you went to Connecticut for one, didn't you, Pete? One of the early ones.
I did the blood test.
Oh, the blood test. Okay, yeah. But the early COVID tests with the nasal cavity, they went really far up in it. They were uncomfortable, but they've since improved on that.
Well, when you're my age and you've had all kinds of things and you've had children, there's not a lot that's going to be uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, either going in or going out.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I did just say that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did. You did.
And you can't take it back.
It's that,
No.
that holiday time of year where I just
Things just.
where I just don't. I get to the point where I just don't care when I'm on the air anymore.
I got a question
this
for
time
both of
year.
you guys. Are you feeling Christmas this year? I'm not.
I never feel it, so it's no
Well,
difference to me.
I'm not at all.
I actually have 4 Christmas trees up. 4.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I got nothing.
I have 4 Christmas trees up, and with all the cats I have,
And with all the
it's
cats you have, you
amazing.
now have 4 Christmas trees down.
Down. No, they haven't. They haven't touched it. Although yesterday I was in my dining room eating dinner, and I could hear like a bell ringing sound, and I knew the cat was batting something on the floor, and it sounded like it had a bell in it. And I'm thinking, I don't have any cat toys that have a bell in them.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they've stolen something. I haven't found it yet, but they're pretty
They
good.
have absconded.
I only decorated a lot this year because my storeroom where it was in abysmal shape, and I thought I've got to start throwing out, cleaning, weeding, and in order to do that, I had to get everything out of there. So it's going to be a very odd Christmas, isn't it? We can't. I don't go shopping. Usually, I've been in and out of the stores a million times. I haven't done that. We don't see a lot of family. I don't have my cards done yet.
I don't do family. If I catch a ham on sale, I might cook a ham. That's what I needed to talk to Bob about.
Yeah,
I haven't decided if I
but the
want
guy you could talk to about is pulling in right now. He's backing in.
Yeah, I haven't decided if I want to buy a ham this year.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'll cook. I don't know if I'll even bother to cook anything special.
Well, I'd just be buying it because it's on sale because I'm a cheap Pollock.
See, I'm working all day
miss
at Mount
that.
Holyoke, so.
We always have, and I will say it. One of my niece's husbands. Can I say a name on air? I don't know if I can.
It's up to you and her.
I will
up
say
to you
it.
and your
No,
niece.
I will say it. It's Mike McCabe, and he puts on a Christmas breakfast that is absolutely out of this world.
Everybody's heard about those already.
Oh my Lord in heaven!
That information
They are
is
just-
definitely in the public domain. I'll
They
tell you
are
that.
just absolutely fabulous,
He
wonderful.
He can cook.
Oh, he can.
Oh my gosh.
He does.
He
the
he
best
he,
thing.
he learned a lot when he was at Family Pizza.
So maybe that could be, but it's absolutely wonderful. We have a marvelous time there with all the kids and all my nieces and nephews and their children. But We won't be doing that this year, so I will miss it. I will miss it, Captain McCabe. I will miss you so much. Your pancakes are out of this world, so.
I'm thinking about doing a monster order of Chinese on Christmas Eve, so that I have it for all day for Christmas Day.
Oh, in New Zealand they
Because I'm
eat.
working.
In New Zealand they eat tacos on Christmas Eve.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that seems like a normal Friday night occurrence for me, because Friday night I'll order enough Chinese to get me through Friday night,
Now,
Saturday morning, and then Saturday night.
Where do you guys order your Chinese?
I get it from all over.
You don't
It-
have
The one up
any-
on North Road, I usually get it from when I'm home.
Okay, that's close to you. Yeah.
Mandarin Gourmet when I'm over at Mount Holyoke, though. They're good.
If I'm out and about, I will stop off over Southwick Road, China Star.
I love China Star.
Yeah, I think they're
I
actually one of the
love
better shops in town, but they don't deliver. So I have to be out and about when I.
I miss Tongxing.
I don't mind driving over there, and I live as far away as you can.
Well, I might have already been a glass or two of wine into things, so
So you don't drive.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Pan- you know,
deliver for you, honey. I'll deliver.
Panda is okay. No, I love Feng Yi, but they have a $20 minimum.
Do they?
In order to deliver, and then on top of the $20 minimum, they have like a $3 or $4 delivery fee.
Delivery fee. Wow. Yeah.
But I love their food, but and I think through DoorDash it's a $25 minimum.
Mhm.
So yeah, if I'm gonna be ordering delivery after 8:00 at night, and I don't want to spend $25 on just me, I'm almost forced to do Panda. And I like their food too. Up at the shop, the Hamden Pond shops where Pete gets his.
Yeah, I know that is.
I stopped in there after we did one of the penguin plunges to get some takeout.
Yep,
Just
yep.
to evaluate it, and they're on the par with Panda Garden and Panda Kitchen or whatever, and it's basic pedestrian Chinese American food. There's nothing great about it, but it's not horrible.
Have you tried Tobamir or whatever they're called? The old socks?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Have you been up there yet?
You and I need to
Try it out.
yeah, because it's a heavily
I've been.
Korean influenced menu.
Really?
I had bulgogi tacos.
Pete, you and I were supposed to do a field trip there to check it out.
Hey, man, girlfriend said she wanted to go, so I went.
Because I wanted to
Again, you're losing out to the girlfriend. Did you
go.
notice
Yeah,
that?
I was supposed to go
Christy's
to,
like, I don't
to
wanna go.
evaluate the bulgogi beef.
I know. I'd still go with you. I'll go for lunch.
All right. Well, we'll find time one of these days.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. I'm like 6 minutes over the top of the hour. But that's okay, because when we come back, we can just go straight through and not really break.
Sure.
But I've been talking now for about 20 minutes, and I need to shut up.
Burn down the store, take what you want and more. Shop until you drop, voodoo consumer never stop. Load up on supplies, no sale, no compromise. Gun crazy down the mall, voodoo consumer take it all. Eat this, drink this, try this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously cool. Let's make it fabulous. 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 Drive me to the bank, kneel down and give me thanks. Grab your credit card, voodoo consumer, kiss me hard. Eat this, drink this, drive this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. said fabulous. Take it all too far. Sell the company car. A bargain come too late. Voodoo consumer terminus.
Eat this, drink this, drive this, buy this, wear this, fly this, play this, charge it.
It's fabulous. Step right up and take it. It's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously marvelous, meticulously treacherous, disarduously cruel. Just make it fabulous. 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 Fabulous.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
You know what, Kathy? I'm going to make you wait for it.
What? Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I don't care anymore. 9:10 on the nose.
That's 3 times you've hit the nose.
This happens every December. By the time I hit mid-December, you know, the give a crap factor when it comes to doing anything professional on the other side of the mic, forget about it.
Are you going to regroup for January, do you think?
Well, usually I try to squeeze in 1 or 2 weeks of nothing, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I might just continue.
Come on, man.
I might just.
Come on, man.
I just might continue not caring.
We care.
You know, so long as you
It is-
care,
I
between
do.
the two of us,
There's
I
some
think
caring.
there's enough care. Just
I don't
with
know.
you.
It just frightens me because I know how you're thinking, and that's pretty scary in its own right.
What do you think about that, Chef John Slattery?
It is pretty frightening. So we're looking forward to Kenny 2021 something.
And that made sense, maybe.
Not
in
really.
an alternative realm, but that's okay. Moving right along now. Here we go.
I was trying to play Kenny's game.
Oh, don't. Oh, John, please don't. You're my one sane.
Did you just say
No,
that?
That can't be true either.
No. He's just as far out there as me. He just that doesn't exercise that freedom as much as I.
I don't have as much experience.
That look on that camera is really bothering me.
It's way off, and I'm off center. I keep trying to move. I keep going this way.
So who's
I
going to
know I'm
fix
not
it? Am I going to
center.
fix it, or are you going to fix it?
Well, and then there's this. So you put your camera in
Oh,
the way
I
of the
like
shot.
that.
So
All right.
camera 2 is, if you zoom out a little bit, you can see it's camera 2. See, look. Oh no, it's camera 3.
I have no
There
idea.
you go.
You guys are close up. Extreme close up.
I can't deal with that. You two talk amongst yourselves.
We have to talk because it's not centered right, John. So if it's not centered right,
Can I remind everybody this is a radio
the
show?
OCD.
Yeah, well, you need to keep talking. That's why we're all talking.
The OCD kicks in, so we have to move it so it's F.
That's it. I'm taking over.
Hey, Peter.
There you go. And it's on the hour. Here we go.
This is exciting.
That's better.
See, I had to guess. I had to
Yeah.
guess because I wasn't seated here.
Well, it depends because you're facing the other way, so it still isn't quite.
It's a lot
uniform.
better.
Oh, go
It's not
fix
driving
that.
me nuts.
Bleeping thing.
Driving you nuts? Are you assuming that you're not? Okay.
There's a difference between nuts and crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
At least
going there.
at least my psychotherapist told me that.
He's gone. He's
See, this
long
look at all the
gone.
blocks that Kenny puts in my shot. Look at that. How can I get a shot with all those cameras in the way?
Oh wow, that is
Ah.
interesting.
It's interesting.
You know what?
I'm gonna go fix it.
Leave that shot up, Pete.
Oh God, here we go. Oh God.
Looks like he's gonna come in instead.
Yep. He's gonna fix it.
Can we do
The
the thing where you
maestro.
put the two cameras at each other and you get the
And
Oh,
we look at each other.
that's feedback you're talking about when you put the two cameras.
oh, is it a mirror then? Do you get the Rockwell's self-portrait and a self-portrait and a self-portrait and a self-portrait?
Self-portraits.
That's feedback causing that.
Yeah.
Video feedback. Yeah, what would Pete? What would happen if we aim one of the active? Oh, the active camera right now is 6, isn't it? All right. So
I didn't know we
can't-
had camera 6. That is.
that's new since you've
But
been here.
I noticed it when he put the shot in. I said, "There's no other." I looked around and found it.
Yeah.
It's the secret eye.
Yeah.
But that's
It's
good.
watching you.
That's a good
John.
wide angle shot for like the stuff you're doing in here. For
It's more than wide angle, chef.
oh, it's everything.
It's a PTZ.
Techno.
PTZ.
Okay, and that would be.
PTZ is Papa Tango Zulu.
And that would be.
Pan, tilt, zoom.
Ooh.
Meaning it does
okay.
everything fully remote.
Yeah. Matter of fact, as soon as Pete gets back to his DA,
Stop it.
designated area. Can you come all the way back and then do a flyover for John? He hasn't been here for that one yet. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start all the way out.
Oh.
What do you think of that? Huh?
Awesome. That is awesome. You can set that so you can do a
Look at that, huh? And take a look at how smooth this flyover is.
That is wicked.
And that's being controlled via joystick.
That is super impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to check out the YouTube feed to check out their new toys, but it is impressive.
Yeah, I will admit, when we came here from the university,
Look at how high up that vantage point is.
you know, I
Even from just up there.
I determined that we were going to be more of a video-based thing than audio. That's like a soundtrack right now, the FM side, because it's just so much more you can do with video.
Yeah.
And
I think I told you we were going to be video first, radio second, but
yeah.
yeah.
And I firmly believe that even before this, we had a large number of people watching on Channel 15 already versus
A large number. I like how you use that term.
yeah.
As opposed to.
So that is a multi-access joystick control.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
It is. It's amazing.
You have the 360-degree up, down, left, right combination for the two, and then the darn thing rotates in the middle for your zoom in and out too.
Pete,
So
can you zoom in on my
really
hat?
cool. I bet you he
That
can.
camera? I'm just curious. Like when we do food talk and stuff like that, we can do close-ups and we can talk about stuff right from the table. That's cool. Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly. So we can. Yeah, perfect. Fun stuff. Looking forward to playing more as we come and do this more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I saw something on social media last night, and I didn't really click on all the pictures. I didn't go to the website. You are now able to deliver food. You know what exactly is going on with you right now?
Well, just another facet of my ability to serve people in all ways, hospitality and culinary. The options are always out there to find kitchens to work with, but I found one that I can work with on a fairly regular basis, to the point where I feel that if somebody needs something specific, that I can now, as opposed to all of the in-home and on-location things that I can do and have been doing right along, I now have some ability to prepare something and bring it.
And to be legal about it. You need a prep in a commercial approved kitchen if you're going to be doing this food delivery.
Yeah, with any kind of real food, like anything that needs to be refrigerated or can be temperature abused, has to be produced in a proper kitchen and then be kept cold or hot for that stuff.
So that's why you weren't really doing that until, well, up to now you're just starting out with this.
Well, I'm just trying to find a spot that was local to me that would work was always been an option, and there are other spots I could have used if anybody really needed it, but I'm gonna actually put some menus together and offer a couple different items that I can set maybe 2 or 3 times a month. I'm going to do a macaroni and cheese day or a rib day or maybe put 2 or 3 items together. As well as now, if somebody wants something for a party just delivered, I can do that as well.
Cool beans.
Yeah. It's what's really fun is it puts together a lot of the networking that I've done with the local farmers. Because it's a certified organic farm also on the property, and they work with a lot of the other farmers that I work with. So I'm going to be putting together packages and other menus and recipes that go along with, and probably video stuff to just showcase Western Massachusetts produce and the things that we can make and try and make some really nice local stuff.
There's really not much for Western Massachusetts produce right now, is there?
Well, all the storage stuff that was grown. I mean, apples are going to be good until the spring.
Actually, you know what? I read apples. Odds are the ones at the supermarket, they're already like a year and a half old.
Usually, yep. The commercially produced stuff has been in cases and warehouses for long periods of time.
I did not know that.
So that's part of what I'm trying to do is find farms right now that have stuff in the freezer that they've put aside or stuff that they have in storage, and that'll be some of the first things that I make. Maybe some sauces or chutneys or things that can be jarred to help utilize their products and then and get them out to people and just kind of put money directly to the farmers and get people local good stuff to eat.
I remember one time you made a little bit too much of it, and I ended up with a jar of it. It was an onion. Not an onion salsa. Do you remember what that was?
Well, smoked tomatoes and onions.
Smoked tomato and onions.
Peppers.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh. One of the produces that's readily on hand that they grow is blueberries and raspberries. So that'd be and I have all those peppers that have been grown by the farmers to maybe make some hot sauces and utilize the raspberries. Blueberries for sweetness, maybe a little for duck or pork. I was thinking.
Yeah, I ended up utilizing some honey with the hot sauce I made with some of those peppers. And it needed it. I mean, those cayenne peppers, I don't remember them packing as much heat, but there again, I macerated them in a food processor with salt and vinegar, and I just let them sit and age for a while. Kind of like what they do with Tabasco, but Tabasco, I think they bury it for like a year or whatever before they actually produce it.
Giant vats, I believe. Giant vats, and wooden barrels is another way. Brian Haley makes sauces here in town. He makes some really fantastic hot sauces, and he puts 100 cayenne peppers and X amount of vinegar into mason jars and lets them sit for a year. So he's a year ahead. He has 100,000 peppers probably in process between ground up jars.
Yeah, I saw one of his things on Facebook. What's the name of his sauces called?
I believe Haley's hot sauce.
Haley's, yeah.
Yeah. You can find them on social media and around town.
When I made my hot sauce from some cayenne peppers you may or may not be familiar with, I'm like, you know what? This came out really good. I want to make my own hot sauce. I want to be my own brand. Ken's Den hot sauce, right? And I'm like, okay, well, if I do that, now I'm going to have to get the commercial kitchen, and I'm going to have to,
Well, there are commercial kitchens for rent. So anytime, even in the past, like in Greenfield and Holyoke, there were different ones. There are places around Western Massachusetts where you can rent a kitchen to produce a batch of something if you want to do.
Yeah. So I
have a question.
Or you can get somebody like me because I'm food certified already and facilitate that process.
Oh yeah,
well,
that's a great idea. But as soon as I thought commercial kitchen, and then I thought, okay, bottling and then marketing. The thought that came right into my head was, how many damn peppers am I going to need in order to do a decent batch? So I did realize, it finally sank into my head, it's probably not a field that I want to jump into right now.
I have a question, though, John. Excuse me. What makes it a commercial kitchen? When you say that term, what is that?
That the state has come in and the building inspectors and says that it passes all the requirements for health and safety and setup design.
Okay. Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
So that, there's a certificate on the wall. If it's a restaurant, you have your certificate that the town gives you. If it's just a kitchen for use like that, then it has a different sort of certificate on the wall, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. And you're still doing your thing over on Southwick Road too, right?
Yeah, definitely giving Dan a hand on a regular basis over at Skyline, making all kinds of great stuff. We now have a winter farm share to incorporate local ingredients from one of the farms in East Hampton. So still a lot of good farm fresh produce coming in, and then some of the stuff, the end of summer's bounty that we preserved and or froze is getting used now. So it was really cool to see everything kind of come full circle.
Was it just me, or was it a really good growing year this year?
Certain crops
It
did really well,
depends.
and certain crops did terrible.
Really?
It depends. The corn was terrible. Hay was great. Grass was great. Corn was horrible.
Yeah, that drought in the middle of summer, unless you had irrigation, really put a damper on all the production for a lot of different things. That's why hay did so good, I guess.
If corn wasn't horrible and they had a real good year, you wouldn't have it anyway.
What do you mean by that?
If you had grown corn, you wouldn't have any corn anyway.
Ooh, okay. Why? I'm afraid to ask what you're talking about, but that's okay.
As soon as I say it, I'm going to say one word. One word, okay?
Okay.
The password is.
I'm gonna say two words. I'm gonna say two words.
The password
One
is.
ha ha ha. Two ha ha ha. I'm gonna.
Help me now.
Two words.
Okay.
And when I say these two words, you will figure out what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When I say that, even if you grew the corn, you wouldn't have any. Ready? Your two words are Warner Brothers.
I am a vampire.
Oh, yeah? Well, abracadabra. I'm an umpire.
Hocus pocus, I'm a bat.
Okay, I'm a bat, too. Abracadabra.
You wouldn't hit a bat with glasses on, would you?
Does that clue help you? All right, so we have Warner Brothers. Here's your second clue. One word.
John, are you listening to this?
I am listening, but I have no idea what's going on.
I help. Go ahead.
Your one word second clue is Acme.
Oh.
Shh, be quiet, chef. Be quiet, chef. I want Kathy to figure this one out. Not getting it, okay?
No.
All right, we have to go on to clue number 3. And I did not plan this.
I wish that we had the sound effect.
I need help
A
on
3.
this.
Oh,
Cody, we have corn anyway.
All right. Your third clue is a one-word clue.
Okay.
Desert. So we have Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
Acme,
Okay.
and desert. You're really letting me down right now, girl.
John, help.
Go ahead, John.
Help.
What eats your corn? Who shops at
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yes. All right. Okay. That took a while. That was because I haven't grown that kind in a while. And that's why we didn't grow that kind. Because of that reason.
Because of the coyote.
The coyotes. I do. You know what though? I do have a coyote. Yes. For those of you who don't know, the coyotes eat our sweet corn. They really do. So, yeah, that took me a while because we didn't grow sweet corn. But here's a funny story for you. You asked earlier about the wayward bull. one of the people saw it, and they said it came out of the woods, and following behind it, stalking it, was a very
Turkey?
No, a very tiny coyote.
Oh.
And the guy said, he said, all I could think of when I saw it was, keep dreaming, buddy. Very tiny. Yes, the coyotes eat the corn. I'm sorry, that took me a while. You're right. You're right, Acme.
You
Good
have
ones,
that.
though.
All those.
Good ones.
All those clues were excellent.
I know,
Kathy.
but I wasn't thinking sweet corn. I'm thinking
Cow corn.
corn.
You know,
I don't want to eat cow corn.
No, you do not want to eat cow corn.
I have.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, field
tough.
corn.
It's tough.
It used to grow behind my house. I just go down and pick a few ears, and it wasn't horrible.
But
it came out the same way as people corn. I mean,
I know. So you asked about the growing season, though, Chef. Some of the vegetables and crops that came in early did okay. Is that right?
Yes. Early on, the lettuces and stuff like that did well. We had a good spring this last year, and then the late fall did okay too. A lot of people.
Tomatoes. What about the tomatoes?
I feel that the people that I talked to did not have good time with their outdoor tomatoes this year. It was just that drought again in June was.
My brother had a bumper crop, I think.
Maybe late. I think some.
Yeah, they came in real late.
So some farmers may have given up on their tomatoes by then. Like this.
He was still watering them just to keep them.
Yeah, exactly. The farm share has irrigation, and their tomatoes did pretty good. We were picking right through till the frost.
Yeah, because he gave me a crap load. I had a ton, and then I got more from my landlord gave me a ton of tomatoes too.
So at the end of the season, I ended up making that batch of. So I made green tomato hot dog relish, and green tomato ketchup, and those will be featured on some specials coming up soon.
Now the green tomato relish. A relish can either go sweet or savory. Which direction did you go with that?
So it's like a sour relish. Hot dog relish is more on the sour side versus the sweet side.
Yeah.
Versus, like, I like sweet hamburger. On my hamburgers, I like sweet relish, but I was just following the recipe for
sweet like it's made with the bread and butter
style relish.
Style,
right? Yep.
yeah.
When I make ham and pickle, one of my favorite things.
That reminds me of my question.
I like to make sure I use a blend of both dill and sweet pickles, and maybe even a little bread and butter or like a relish in there too. But I
love ham.
A little bit of dill
favorite.
in there goes so nice in the ham and pickle, but not. I like that little bit of sweet too.
I like it sour in the ham and pickle.
I made that signature ham
taste.
for years. It's called a Limerick ham. It's an Irish recipe where I remove the salt from a ham and then infuse it with apple cider. And then we roast it with.
Interesting.
It's a Christmas ham, so you roast it with cloves, cinnamon, and rosemary, and you bathe it in the apple cider. And the rosemary acts like the cinnamon tubes act like tubes. You stick them into the ham, and you pour the you marinade as you go into the crevices, the cracks, and down the tube, so that the juices are going into the ham with the cider and kind of mulling the ham. And you roast it until it gets all nice and baked. And then when you go to serve it, the rosemary you used when you baked it is all dead. You replace it with fresh rosemary and put it on the table so it looks like a Christmas centerpiece with everything all sticking out of it. And but when that's left over, it has the neat apple cider and little bits of the rosemary, and those ham makes amazing chops.
And what'd you call that again?
Limerick ham.
You know, I know some other Limerick.
Yeah, I bet you do.
There once was a man from. Just realized I really can't go there even on basic cable.
You're getting it.
This is not HBO.
Yeah, so one thing I was going to ask my therapist this morning, Mr. Robert Plass, was I'm still up in the air as to whether I want to get a ham. You know, usually I'll get something 49, 69 cents a pound just to have a ham to pick away at, because I'm not going to cook it and prepare it for a dinner or anything. And I don't know if I'm even going to bother this year, because now you can get the big ham steak at Stop and Shop. It's always on sale for like $2.50 for something that you get 3 meals out of. But you mentioned the ham and pickle, and that might have been just enough to send me over
tipping
the top
point
for me to actually buy a ham, even if it's just to make ham and pickle salad, because I've got that grinder attachment with my KitchenAid, and it just does such a. And I use dill pickles with my
you
ham
do?
and pickle.
Yeah.
And I just run the
Right.
things in whole, and it does such a great job. And I just usually some mayo, and then that's it. I usually don't add anything else to that ham
Yeah,
salad.
well, the ham's got plenty of salt and
Yeah.
maybe some cracked pepper, or depending on how you cook. Again, if you cook the ham with seasoning, then you've got plenty of flavor going on. If it was just kind of a plain ham, then you might want to hit it with some celery salt or some other fun thing.
Yeah. So I didn't need Bob Plass this morning, Kathy.
No, you're all set.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can do with leftover ham.
Oh, I know that.
You know, it's just so good. But I don't have any hams in my freezer.
Yeah. Now and then I'll even just take the bone and sit in the corner of the room and gnaw away at it.
And I love pea soup. That's one of my favorites.
That's the only way I'll take peas. I hate regular peas. Can't stand them. But pea soup, love it.
Love pea soup.
So my friend Gus at Al's Diner in Chicopee, he still has the counter ham, and they open back up in September too. But they've been there since 1957 or 8 or whatever. It's a real diner, and they have ham bones left over, and he will give them away to his customers if he has extra ones kicking around. But he also makes a fantastic split yellow pea soup that they sell regularly. I did a mass appeal with one of his ham bones, kind of like a collaboration, where I made a ham and bean soup and used one of his bones as a stock base. But I also love ham and pea.
I used to bring my old ham bone to the neighborhood dog.
Also appreciative.
Oh yeah, and whenever the dog would be walked past my house, it remembered me.
Sure.
Oh yeah, real mean guard dog, but real friendly with me.
You were the guy with the bone.
Right.
Yeah. So the ham and pickle also it remind me of other deli type salads.
Yes.
And
Yes.
last week, I had a carton of eggs that the date on it, the expiration date was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior. So I put them into a bowl of water to see which ones floated. Only one floated, and then I could shake it and I could hear it rattling in the inside. But all the other ones still sank, which told me they were good. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hard boil them because that's what you do with eggs that are about to go. Once they're hard boiled, okay, what am I gonna do with them? I'm gonna pickle them. Or am I going to make an egg salad? And I made egg salad, and this time I put some Worcestershire in there.
Ooh, nice.
Based on what you have told me about some of these things in the past. And, man, what a difference that little boost of umami does to that egg salad.
That and the celery salt. Those are two things that boost the umami because the celery is a natural nitrate. So, like for smoking and curing and everything else, you can use celery as a curing agent. So when you add just that little bit of it, it adds that other umami type stuff.
Yeah. So far as to even go celery seed when you're talking about that.
So
'Cause
celery
I
salt
have
is
celery
powdered.
seed I put in this stuff.
Well,
too.
I don't like to get the seeds in my teeth necessarily, so I use celery salt. I prefer if it was just powdered celery,
Yeah.
but you can't buy just powdered celery.
Well, I went
They
looking
make
for
it
that
salt.
because
Can you kid in an Asian grocery? I think they have them, don't they, over in West Springfield, the spice shop?
Ooh,
I think
might.
they have powdered celery over there.
They very well might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I found powdered coriander.
Is
'Cause
that
I
the
was-
little one that has the fresh produce section in the back? Over
It's
by
the one right
Majestic
over by
Theater?
the West Springfield Town Hall.
Yeah, I've stopped in that one a few times. A lot of great, cool vegetables you can get in there. Sometimes I find those long dragon beans that you can you can steam them and then tie them into knots to make them look pretty on the plate.
Yeah.
Use my Boy Scout skills and make different like shapes of knots.
Yeah. I've got.
I did
yeah,
it when I was
That's
making my
good.
own not corned beef, pastrami.
Oh,
I went over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
actually
supplies.
a week or two ago I was looking for celery powder because I can imagine that flavor just doing a lot to a lot of different foods. So I have this celery salt, I have the celery seed, but now that I'm talking, I'm wondering what that celery seed would be like if I start to pound the hell out of it in my mortar and pestle.
Oh, that would be fine. Absolutely. That's the
Or
celery
grind
powder
it
you
up in
want.
a spice grinder.
or a dedicated coffee grind. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got a little
it could
spice grinder.
It could definitely. I want to buy another wooden one so that I can mix it with a couple different seeds that I like and have it like besides my salt and my pepper. I want to have like the spice come out of the grinder. But I gotta get another one.
All right, we've been talking into your ear holes here for quite a while. I'm gonna take a little break, and when we get back, continuing with Chef John.
Rosanna. All I wanna do in the middle of the evening is hold you tight. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know you were looking for more than I could ever be. Not 20 years since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, me too all the way. Me too all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Me too all the way. Me too all the way. Rosanna, yeah. I can see your face still shining through the window on the other side. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know that a girl like you could make me feel so sad. Rosanna. All I wanna tell you is now you'll never ever have to compromise. Rosanna, Rosanna, I never thought that losing you could ever hurt so bad. Not 20 years since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, me too all the way. Me too all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Me too all the way. Me too all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, me too all the way. Hey girl, me too all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Me too all the way.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Bird, 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 bird. Bird's the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is the word.
Wait for it.
All right.
Oh, but wait.
That was what I was looking for earlier for the coyote fall.
Yeah.
I figured she would recognize that.
Yes.
I did it.
See, Pete's out.
I did it.
Pete's getting a bigger chuckle over there because I'm willing to bet he has the video feed that goes along with that audio going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure he does.
So Thanksgiving time is usually time for the bird.
The bird.
now you.
I got you. I got you.
My mom would do turkey at Christmas too.
Yeah, we did too. We did turkey.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on turkey at Christmas?
I mean, it's another. The reason I don't know. I guess it's a cheap thing that feeds a lot of people, so it makes sense for those big family gatherings. It looks pretty. I've never really done it, but I mean, I can see the appeal. It's fun, anytime the families gather together, having that big thing and the whole carving and all that other stuff. And roast is kind of too expensive for most families if you're in a big family. So I mean, I get it.
Exactly.
See, my grandparents were like lasagna and ham and French meat stuffing. Sometimes a French meat pie.
Right.
And everybody would bring their own like entree dish, and you'd have a little bit of everything.
That's family style for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of hams at Christmas, obviously.
But yeah, ham too. Yep.
Yeah, ham
Feeds
seems to be
a lot of
both
people.
Christmas and Easter.
Easter. I always think of it as Easter.
Yeah, exactly.
Kathy, dare I say that the beginning and the end? That went over like
You are, yeah.
That went over like a fart in church. See what I did there?
Boom.
So another thing that some folks may wish they could try, but they're so afraid, is to do a prime rib roast.
Right.
Rib roast.
I don't think it's really that hard, is it?
Well, it's high temp at first, and lower it down, and let it sit there, and don't peak, and let it do its thing. Right?
It's not difficult. It's just you don't want to mess it up. And I guess in the first half hour to 45 minutes of the process are the part you need a trained person for, and then the rest is goes. And that's kind of one of the services that I offer for people is that I will often prepare the meat or the centerpiece early in the day or the day before even, and in such a way that they only have two things that they know they can easily do to put off and make a meal for their family.
Can you actually do the high heat cook on a rib roast, and then take it out of the oven, and then a day later finish it with the low and slow?
If you're going to do that, you definitely have to make sure you chill it down right away after heating up.
Oh, Kenny.
Because of the
You have to stop the carryover.
Yeah.
If you're hungry, there's this. North Elm Butcher Block has a turkey dinner for lunch today.
Yummy.
Corn chowder.
I'm not going to be able to be ODA today.
No?
Oh,
you were too busy, right?
A lot of the transfers that I've been working on the past 2 weeks, they were all completed this past weekend. So I think about close to every half hour or so, I have pickups or drop-offs today, all day long.
Wow.
And for a good chunk of tomorrow, too. People are trying to beat the...
Christmas?
No, they're trying to beat the snowpocalypse that we might be getting.
Oh.
And today, before you go home, Kathy, because I care for you, milk, bread, eggs, and toilet paper. Make sure you get them before you go home.
Toilet paper. I love that one. I love that one. Well, the milk I got covered. The eggs I got covered. I got it all. I'm good. I'm good.
Do you have eggs?
No. In my house, it's cat food, dog food.
So you're not going to be in a strange rush to make any...
I'm not going to have to rush to the store.
So no French toast during the blizzard then.
Isn't that amazing that people do that? That's so funny because you would think we're going to be snowed in for weeks. weeks.
Well,
at a
John might
time.
be where he lives now.
Well, that could be, but
I mean, we've had some ice storms in the past where people couldn't leave their house. And
Yeah,
like that.
that's
It
true.
does happen, but
That's true.
It's rare, but it's good to be prepared.
If where you're at now, if your backyard is green, brown, or white.
Oh, it's still green. We missed out on that snowstorm the other day. That some people still have snow on the ground from it. We got all rain by the river. That was real lucky.
Yeah, that was weird. We got all rain here too.
Also by the river in the
Yeah.
Hey, but on the other side of the mountain behind you,
right?
Yeah.
Superintendent
that's right. Yeah,
Superintendent
he
Zapp
did.
had
He
several
did.
inches.
Yeah, right up on the top of Montgomery.
Yeah, I saw that. It's in Blandford used to do that. We'd get rain down here, and they'd be a foot of snow up in.
Well, that's why
Blandford.
there was a ski area.
Would you like
there.
to see it?
No, hell no.
That's his backyard.
Oh yeah,
during-
that's superintendent's backyard.
during the snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see any snow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anytime soon. That's because I was going to do my first offering of something for this weekend, and I was going to use Wednesday or Thursday to do the prep day. And
Now it's 5 to 10 when you wake up.
We might as well wait another week and go with that.
Oh, it's amazing how supposedly there's a 30-mile stretch where if it goes one way or the other, it's completely different. And they're talking 4 to 8 for us, or 12 or more.
They're now 5 to 10.
Okay, and now down near where your girlfriend is, maybe a little more further south, they're talking bullseye 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
down towards the coast.
It follows
Down
the
towards
coast.
the coast, yeah.
My daughter sometimes gets hit in Salem, and we get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a foot of snow.
Good weather for soup then.
Yes.
Are you trying to lead to something or segue? to
What's a
something
good
when you
soup for
mention
it?
soup?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to be making. I made some soups in the spring when we had the bad weather and all this stuff going on, and I'm thinking about wintertime and making more soups now, and whether it be French onion soup or cheesy tomato bisque or turkey ham and bean or.
Okay, all right. Let's go back to the tomato bisque. All right, because I'm looking at that now as comfort food tomato soup. All right, build for me the perfect grilled cheese that goes along with that.
The perfect grilled cheese.
Yes.
I mean, it's a little subjective, but I like having some stringy cheese like a mozzarella, some sharp cheese like a Swiss myself, and then maybe a little aged cheddar for bite, and then that's my perfect blend. And then my cheese tomato bisque is usually incorporated with American cheese and Parmesan cheese and cheddar cheese in it anyway. So a little maybe some Parmesan sprinkled on top, or the inside out grilled cheese where you make.
Do tell.
Once you've made the cheese is starting to get melty and it's a little golden brown on both sides. You kind of flip it early on both sides. You then butter it a little bit more and push it into some Parmesan cheese on a plate. And then put it in your nonstick pan and caramelize the cheese on the outside of the bread on both sides. So then you've got crispy cheese on the outside and gooey cheese in the middle. that I think is.
Yeah, I've taken Parmesan and I've baked it and I made chips and stuff out of it.
And I do
It's
Parmesan
cool.
crusted chicken or pork chops where you usually I use mayonnaise as the slather and then just dip it in the.
Exactly. I'm glad you mentioned the mayonnaise because with the grilled cheese, you mentioned you butter it again. Now, my grilled cheese, I actually I use mayonnaise instead of butter to grill it with. What's the schooling behind that?
I'm thinking in the long run, it was somebody that was lazy and wanted something that was spreadable from the fridge that had the oil content. I really think if they didn't have like spreadable margin, because I don't know any other real.
Miracle Whip does well with doing that too. By the way,
yeah, well, it's oil, it's whipped oil. So
Yeah.
it's basically that makes tons of sense, and it's spreadable versus butter. Unless you have it soft, you can't spread it right away. I like the flavor of butter.
Me too.
I don't think
Who
mayonnaise,
doesn't?
I don't think mayonnaise imparts any flavor necessarily to it much. Unless you use Miracle Whip or whatever, maybe.
Yeah, it's more for the
just that grease factor to get the browning.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Does it make
browning the
Yeah,
Maillard
does it make it
effect with
crustier?
Maillard effect.
Yeah.
Does it make it crustier?
Well, it allows it to get crusty.
Right.
Yeah.
It needs the grease to make the browning happen in the way.
Otherwise, you have a toasted sandwich if you don't put anything on it.
Right.
Huh.
What do you think about those little sandwich makers where you put, the buttered or oiled bread in. You put your toppings. You put another piece of bread in. You close it, and it makes like
I
a
loved
pocket.
those when I was 9.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Flavor combinations and starting to build, things like that, making your own hot pockets.
Yeah, exactly, like a hot pocket.
A safe tool for a young person or
Yeah.
somebody that's not proficient in the kitchen to make something tasty.
Mhm.
And same thing there. Sprinkle a little cheese before you put the piece of bread down on either
Mhm.
side. And you get outside cheese crust on the pocket.
Lately, I have a panini maker.
Mhm.
So
What don't you have in your
Right.
kitchen?
He's the
What
gad-
He's
don't
got
you
more
have?
gadgets than I got.
Honestly.
So I've put several different things into my panini press. I've actually, I've gotten the Market Fresh subs from Walmart, okay, and I've put them in the panini press and pressed it and heated it, and
Really?
they end up, the $3.98 whatever grinder you get from Wally.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah, you put it in a panini press for 4 minutes, and it's better than any grinder you'll get in any shop here in town. It's
Interesting.
just crazy. But another thing I've been putting into the panini press is I get the extra large flour tortillas, and I build up a sandwich inside that, roll up burrito style, and I press that in the
That's really a
burrito
nice
press.
way to grill the tortilla shell.
And they do come out nice that way. Sometimes I'll just I'll use a smaller.
I got one for you.
Well, now and then I'll use a smaller roll, and I'll just put cheese in it and then grill it down.
The Mexi Melt.
I remember those. Yeah, put a little. If I put a little bit of salsa in there, it will be a Mexi Melt.
So 10-inch
So go
flour
ahead.
tortilla.
Yeah.
Some decent store-bought sliced deli turkey.
Yeah.
2 slices of American cheese and 1 slice of Swiss cheese and some bacon, or preferably maple bacon. You just roll it up.
Mhm.
You use the magic oven maybe for 1 minute to get the inside starting to be melty, and then throw it in your crispy machine. And now you're talking.
You know what? I'm gonna go one step further with that, John. You have the bacon. You have the 2 different types of cheese. Instead of that deli meat, shredded rotisserie chicken.
Ooh, very nice.
And
Uh-oh.
a smear of ranch dressing on the inside.
Some people like that ranch dressing. Yeah.
Notice he said schmear.
He
Schmear.
definitely did say it.
Smear it. Yeah, you can't do a glob of it. You
Schmear
have
it.
to do a smear of it.
Schmear it.
Yeah. So it sounded to me there that you're not a big fan of the ranch dressing.
I use it in certain things and I enjoy it, but it's not something I don't put ranch on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I like it with certain things.
For a second there, I thought you were like Guy Fieri with his eggs.
Well, you do know, so that famous company, right? The HV company is the one that made ranch super popular.
Mhm.
This is a story I think it's fun to tell. When I first started my career, when you bought that dressing mix, it was on the back, when you looked at the fine print, made by the Clorox company. And it was one of the only 2 things you could get from a big vendor made by Clorox company were the Hidden Valley Ranch and bleach. I don't know, but I know that the main ingredient is MSG, which Americans love or hate it. It's in a lot of our food. It makes it taste good.
It's really not that bad.
It's not poison. It's just
No,
it's
not
overused,
bad.
and some people are sensitive to it.
Yeah.
And that a lot of MSG is processed, I think, from seaweed. I think so is bleach. So I think that maybe there was some coordination.
Okay, I
a
see
long
that.
time ago.
I see that.
And I noticed that, and that not maybe 6 months later, all the labels now say the Hidden Valley Ranch Company, and they have ever since. But it was really interesting to see that it came originally from that source.
I could tie together suntan lotion and dog shampoo if given the time through a company called Cardinal Labs. They're backing the black Hawaiian suntan lotion. I think they were a direct competitor for Caltan. But that's another show altogether. But you say MSG. MSG, the G stands for glutamate.
Glutamate.
And the
No,
glutamate
sodium
is
glutamate.
the umami flavor, and that is naturally present in a lot of things, especially the seaweed. And that's why seaweed is, when you think seaweed, you think umami, and then you got the glutamate. So that makes complete sense.
And when you shop at the Asian spice stores, you can buy MSG crystals. And even in some of my classical dishes at Johnson & Wales, classical Asian cuisine required you to sprinkle on, MSG crystals at the end or something like that as part of the learning.
Like a
process.
finishing salt almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you believe that we actually spent most of the show talking about food this time?
We have.
Wow.
Good job. Congratulations, John. This could be a first.
And if anybody wants to talk more about food with me, they can always reach out at chefjohnslattery.com or on social media. Look for a lot more interesting things to come. Going to be putting together some New Year's Eve specials, I think, to be available soon.
New Year's Eve specials, as in Chef John's Kitchen New Year's Eve specials.
Yeah. Some things that you could maybe pick up or have set up the day before, so you can have a nice party for your smaller gatherings that everybody's having this year. So we also have contactless pickup available, and are aware of the times and accommodating them the best we can.
Awesome. Next week, who do I have in here? Oh, look at this. I don't have anyone in here, Kathy.
That's okay. We'll manage.
Next week,
we have a party.
I actually
I'll
have.
cover a Christmas
I actually have it on my notes here. Next week is something Christmassy.
Something Christmassy. We have Christmassy things planned.
If you happen to be driving by Greylock Street between the hours of 8:30 and 10 next week, you're more than welcome to stop in.
If you have something tasty, we'd like that too.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. But we're gonna go over some Christmassy stuff and some tales. There's a few things Kathy's working on. The week after that, the man responsible for me being behind this microphone, and because of that, you can either love him or hate him. Dan Knappich will be in here.
Should be fun.
Yeah, I owe it to him to bring him into the new studio here and say, hey, look at what you did for me.
I love his postings. I love his cars that he puts up. Love those cars.
Awesome. Chef John Slattery, I want to thank you for spending some time with us today.
Thank you, John.
All right.
As always.
That's all I got for you. I'll catch you next week.